Before you start the dance class, it is important to make sure that 1. Your grown-ups are okay for you to dance. 2. That the room is tidy, with no toys or other objects on the floor, and that there are no sharp corners in the room, as you can hurt yourself. And 3. That you wear comfortable clothes, but no socks or tights, as you can slip and hurt yourself. Is everything good? Great. Let's start. Hello and welcome. Are you ready to dance with me? Great. First of all, we are going to warm up. We are going to shake your hands up, shake your hands down, shake your hands behind, shake one leg, the other leg, shake your hands up, shake your hands down, shake your hands behind, one step and close, one step and close. Good. Now with music. Off we go, shake up. Shake down. Shake behind. One leg. The other leg. Shake up. Shake down. Shake behind. One step and close. One step and close. Shake up. Shake down. Shake behind. One leg. The other leg. Shake up. Shake down. Shake behind. One step and close. One step and close. Well, then that was very good. Now I'm going to tell a story. Today's one is called Cinderella. Once upon a time, there was a lovely young girl named Cinderella. A long time ago, her mother had died, and her father, in order to give her a home, had finally remarried with a nasty woman who herself had 2 daughters barely older than Cinderella. One day, the father, who had to go away for a long trip, found himself forced to leave his daughter with his wife. Immediately after he left, the stepmother, who no longer had to control herself, redoubled meanness to Cinderella and overwhelmed her with all the housework, cleaning, cooking, laundry, and much more. Following their mother's example, the 2 stepsisters treated Cinderella like their maid and unleashed her wickedness and contempt. One morning, while Cinderella was cleaning, someone knocked on the door. It was the king's messenger who brought an important letter. He announced in person that very evening a big ball was taking place on the occasion of the prince's birthday, and that all the maidens of the kingdom, without exception, were invited. At this news, Cinderella's heart filled with happiness, and she hastened to bring the letter to her stepmother, skipping of joy. Let's bring the letter by skipping like Cinderella. We stand up. Good. And to skip, pick up one leg, then the other, like this. One leg, other leg. One leg, other leg. One leg, other leg. One leg, other leg. Good. Now with music. Off we go. Very good. done, that was very good. Let's continue the story. The stepmother opened the letter and read it to her daughters. Indeed, the letter confirmed the announcement made by the messenger. As Cinderella also asked to go to the ball, the wicked woman thought a moment and replied in a disdainful tone, "Of course you can come with us, but only if you've done all your daily tasks. And don't forget that you also have to finish the sewing, ironing the dresses for the ball, and do your sister's hair." "Thank you," she replied enthusiastically. Immediately, Cinderella returned to her work. She had just finished when the evening arrived. She had very little time left to prepare, and after putting one of her mother's old dress, she ran to join her stepmother and sisters who were just about to leave. They were amazed. The stepmother did not hide her anger, and with a gesture, dropped a flower pot that dropped into 1,000 pieces. The ground was strewed with debris and dirt. "Go and clean it up quickly," she ordered Cinderella, and she went on, addressing to her daughters. "Let's go without wasting time." Cinderella, in tears, then took refuge in the garden when suddenly a fairy appeared in front of her. She consoled her and offered to help her. "I know how to make you go to the ball," the fairy told her. "Bring me a pumpkin and I will take care of the rest." Cinderella ran to find the biggest pumpkin in the garden and placed it at the fairy's feet. This one waved her magic wand, and the pumpkin turned into a beautiful carriage. Then she called the mice that surrounded Cinderella, and the latter became superb horses. A cricket that passed by metamorphosed into a coachman. Finally, she took a sparkling look at Cinderella, who found herself wearing a sublime dress. So, the fairy put on the girl a pair of glass slippers and recommended to her, "You must absolutely be home before midnight, because on the 12th stroke of the clock, the spell will be broken." Cinderella thanked her benefactress and promised to be home before midnight. On the way to the ball. Let's get in the carriage and go to the ball. We stand up. Good. And we are going to go to the ball by trotting. So we pick our legs in front, like this. Up, hop, 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 hop. Good. And we can go anywhere around the room. Well done. Now, with music. Off we go. That was very good. Shall we continue the story? Arrived at the castle, Cinderella was amazed by so much splendor. Very quickly, she met the prince, who fell in love at first sight and offered, "May I have this dance?" The young girl answered timidly, "I would be delighted." So they danced together all night long, when suddenly the clock began to strike the 12 strokes of midnight. Remembering the words of the fairy, Cinderella ran away at full speed. She ran so fast that on her way down the stairs of the castle, she lost a slipper. Nevertheless, she continued her race and jumped into her carriage. The horses galloped. Let's gallop to bring Cinderella back home before the carriage turns back into a pumpkin, the horses into mice, and the coachman into a cricket. In position. Good. And to gallop, we pick up both legs like this. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Good. Now with music. Cinderella arrived home just in time. The spell is broken. Still shaking emotionally, she lay down and fell asleep dreaming of her Prince Charming. In the morning, her head in the clouds, the young girl returned to her usual routine when she heard a knock on the door. It was the king's messenger, but this time he had with him a glass slipper placed on a cushion. He explained that the prince wanted to find his owner, so all the girls of the kingdom were invited to try it out. Why don't we also try the slipper? Shall we stand up? Good. And we are going to open our feet in first position, like this, to make a slice of cake or a slice of pizza. Good. Then we are going to put one leg in front, and we are going to try the shoe by tapping our toes twice, like this. 1, 2. Good. Then you put your foot back in first position and change leg. 1, 2. First position, change leg. 1, 2. First position, change leg. 1, 2. First position, change leg. Very good. Now with music. One, two, change leg. 1, 2, 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 change leg. Well done, that was very good. Shall we continue the story? The two sisters rushed to try on the slipper, but it was way too small for them. Then came Cinderella's turn, who slipped her foot there with disconcerting ease. Then she took out a second glass slipper from her pocket. Immediately, the servant invited Cinderella to follow him to the palace. She found there the prince who recognized his beloved one. The sisters apologized and regretted their meanness. Kind, Cinderella forgave them. And this story ends with the sumptuous wedding of Cinderella and the prince. It's the end of the story. We will finish with the reverence. We stand up. Good. And we open our feet in first position to make our slice of cake or our slice of pizza. Good. And we put our arms down to make like a ballet. That's it. Follow me. Off we go. That was very good and lovely dancing. Goodbye and see you soon. If you enjoyed the story, don't hesitate to ask a grown-up to subscribe to the channel, to leave a like, and to share the video with all your friends. Thank you.